long trip. This is a good one. Yes. Hey doggo. Is it alive? Is it alive? It's alive. There's that joke everyone makes on the internet of like the second a local musician does like one gig out of town, I'm on tour. I'm a touring musician, does one gig out of town. I think he's being helpful. He's indicating the step because he knows the sign's fading. What a beautiful fountain. The best things in life are very expensive. South Africa has its flaws, but that over there, perfection. Perfection. Oh baby. Oh baby. What do we get? Oh, kudu. Hello. Hello baby. Oh, do you remember these? These little faces? Oh, those were the best. My grandma would always give me some of these. Oh. How much is this? Probably way too expensive.
It doesn't really show after editing, but this trip was a really long way from home. The gig was in Kronenberg, which is around 960 kilometers away. That's like a bazillion bananas away. Is that good?
Yes, because how are you measuring bananas?
The most fun to be had on a 10-hour trip always comes from the people you're with. And I feel like that's a universal thing within music. Music is very much a thing we share with other musicians. Music has brought people together, and he has divided a few as well. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about that. I'm just gonna have, half of this video is just gonna be shaky time-lapse footage of the road. Maybe it'll be a metaphor. It'll be a metaphor for my life. For my life.
Shaky footage of a road.
Shaky footage of a road. That is literally my life.
When I started editing this footage, I showed it to a friend of mine who mentioned something great about these big roads cross country. He loves that he can recognize some of the stops and even certain bits of mountain. One part jumps out in particular, and if you've ever traveled to the Cape, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And boy is it satisfying.
Hello. How's it, bros? I'm not really comfortable staying here. Yes. Close enough. Yes! Art. Let's see if we can get a good angle. The luggage of a technician. Ah, yes. You're not a sound technician. If you do not have a DI box and at least like 4 mics in your bag. Noise. That view though. People often in our country, beautiful, beautiful country, have this idea that if they go overseas, they'll see all the beautiful things, which is sad. Because not only does South Africa have beautiful scenery, but great musical culture and everything. And I'm not hating on international culture, it's beautiful. Do see the world if you can, but if you can't, see your little corner of the world, wherever that may be. Look at all those chickens. Day 2 of, what are we calling this?
An adventure.
An adventure. Day 2 of adventure 1. I like that. It's not bad. It's catchy, vague. Like music. There's a life lesson in there. There's a life lesson in there. I had to top my hair because it's getting really frizzy. The humid weather of the Cape area. Already my hair is getting really frizzy. Also started watching some of the footage from yesterday. Noticed a lot of it's blurry. I'm new at this. Okay, we'll get better. We'll get good at this. I guess a big part of me just wants to make sure
that the vlogs that I post on this channel have some value. That they're not just me filming my day. I've gone on record saying that I hate pointless vlogs. Look at this, a person off to rehearsal, no, off to setup and then eventually rehearsals. No?
Yeah. Yeah, we will do that. And I'll have my voice back.
Voice is back, voice is back.
Yay.
This is band leader and arranger and composer extraordinaire, Davy Brunk.
You're so kind.
I try. Let's do this. I'm gonna do a nice cheesy transition that I've seen people use. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Tis a beautiful, beautiful day. I think I want to overuse the feet shot. A lot of YouTubers do this. Is this too much? Very difficult to do vlogging. I actually have a lot of respect for people who vlog what they do. But again, the point is, vlog what you do. Speaking of which, the interesting stuff's about to happen. This is where it's all gonna happen. Oh, yes. This is going to be cool. What do you guys think? Venue review. Okay, so first thing I noticed about this place, totally meant for performance. And that's a key thing for me. There's definitely a stage area down there. This is definitely seating. This is meant for people to sit down and look at the thing that's happening. I'm excited about this. After we've set up and sound checked and rehearsed, oh, I'm sorry about the lighting changes. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional. After we've sound checked, I'll tell you about the sound. But the point is, architecture made for performance. It's not as echoey as I thought it would be. This is gonna be great. I don't know how much of me is in frame. I looked at the footage of me talking to the camera yesterday and it looks awful. I really love my job. I really love doing what I do. I'm very tired already. I've had conversations with Abigail. There's sometimes musicians and artists that we can be tempted to think that our career has less value than people who do more normal jobs. Morning. We can be tempted to think that like a more kind of standard job, you went for an interview and then you got a job. It's easy to think that has more value. I sometimes find myself in that little bit of a hole, like, is what I do really valuable? And then I do gigs like these where I'm brought closer together with other musicians, and I feel like music has always helped other people get closer together, and that's really cool. That's really cool. Music is an incredibly powerful tool. I've spoken about this on this channel before, and I will forever. Music is much more than just sounds. It has a profound, even biological effect on us. Our brains are constantly interpreting signals and is constantly doing the math between frequencies and going, oh, this frequency has that relationship to this frequency, oh, that is a frequency, that's an interval we like, and that makes us happy. So if you're a musician, you know, it's worth something. Transition! Again, to add to the venue review, perfect entrance for artists and things. The longer I'm here, the more epic this venue becomes. I think only one of the batteries charged. Crap. Buy some action cams, they said. Don't just buy one, you'll always be using two. I've literally never used two at one time because only one of them is working any one time. I have to get better at this. I think a big part of this video is me learning how to do this. If you like me randomly ranting, smash like. Something I've learned is always make sure that battery operated gear is charged. It's not the first time this has happened to me. And it's fine because the cameras aren't important to the gig. I have one, so I'm fine. But if you play guitar with active pickups, have backup. If you play an acoustic guitar, have backup batteries. If you play pedals, use power supplies. But if you can't, you have to use batteries. Don't use batteries and pedals, because literally that happened to me during a gig. If you follow me on Instagram, by the way, follow me on Instagram. Recently I've started using a Boss Dynadrive. I'm not a pedal guy. To a quick tangent, I'm not a pedal guy at all, because I basically just use delay and reverb. I use amp tone for electric. Especially with gigs where I'm like in a bigger band setup, and generally live audiences don't know the difference. Sounds awful, I know. Tone snobs are killing me in the comments. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. I'm getting tired. Damn! How do people vlog? I remember what I was saying. I'm bad at this. If you use pedals and you have to use batteries, make sure you have spares. That took me like 5 hours. Venue hack. Taking the snake out back. Then, yeah, there's the desk. It's perfect. Venue reveal.
I'm always reminded with gigs like these how no one can do anything alone, or very few things of value have ever been done by one person. I'm going to go far enough as to say no things of value have been done by one person alone. Setups like these are impossible with one person, and even when you look at one artist always doing everything independently, whatever, he's like a singer-songwriter, somebody had to build the stage, somebody had to set up the lights, somebody had to program the lights. None of this happens because I'm a good guitarist, or because Aaron Jr. is a great drummer, or Marlo is a great engineer, or anything. Everyone's working together. It's teamwork, it's camaraderie. Sounds like communist propaganda to me, but whatever, make of it what you will. We have been having a bit of a power situation. The guys from the venue have been very helpful. And they're gonna put up a generator when we start sound checking, so that is convenient. Look at that. Gorgeous. Having a little bit of a mic shootout for the kick. Yeah. Hello, hello. Hello, people have arrived. Yes! Yes! I have the best job in the world. So, epic sound check and last run through top and tails. We're gonna head back to the estate where we're staying. Let's get ready. We're gonna get back here and blow the roof off this place. I don't know. Okay.
One eternity later.
We are ready. Boom. Cleaned up, dressed nice. Do I have the top button yet? Report, I do have the top button on. This is a comfortable shirt. It doesn't feel strangly. If you want to rock this look, gotta get a shirt that fits you just right. Yeah, if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be that.
Ultimate swag. Bow ties.
Yes. Swag. How do you feel before gigs? How do you feel?
Chill. Two different kind of people before shows. Really stressed out, but in a good way, and not stressed out at all. Actually, there's probably like two subdivisions. There's stressed out and not stressed out, and then there's like bad stressed out and good stressed out. I get good stressed out. I do get like this, ooh, I could poop right now. I could do with a poop, but I'm not upset that I have to go play. I love going on stage and feeling that butterfly, but it all ties up.
I know what you're thinking. We get a whole video and a YouTube end plate? This video was essentially me trying to document a really good trip, but sharing some of my thoughts along the way. Something I noticed while I was editing this is how a lot of what was on my mind was about unity and how music is often a reflection of our need for intimacy with other human beings. The tunnel through the mountain you see us passing through in the video was created with extraordinary effort, made by drilling from both sides and meeting somewhere in the middle. Bear with me, there's a tortured metaphor in here somewhere. In a music performance, without a second voice, there is no harmony. And without an audience, how can we say that our music has served a greater purpose? I am incredibly blessed to have been able to spend time making music with everyone you saw in this video, and I thank them dearly. This was my first attempt at a vlog. My other videos are a bit different, but if you've come this far, maybe click a link or activate the subscribe feature. Maybe even turn on notifications via the bell icon. I don't know. Goodbye.